Good evening. There are calls for a complete overhaul of the leadership at Dundee University as the fallout from the financial crisis continues. Yesterday, an independent investigation highlighted serious concerns over governance and transparency as the institution racked up a £35 million deficit. Today, a new interim principal has been appointed, admitting the university faces considerable challenges in its recovery. Fraser Nicoll reports.
It's more than 24 hours since a damning report detailed how Dundee University found itself in such a deep financial crisis, but it's something that students are still struggling to process.
Well, they're kind of walking away from a house on fire, really. They're just kind of leaving the staff who are left here trying to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, I think there's just been a lot that's come out that's a bit unfortunate, so yeah, sad to see.
I think the main thing is to re-establish trust and have proper processes in place, and this is a great lesson for the university.
It's a crisis that in many ways has engulfed the wider city too. This coffee shop has two premises near the university and relies on its staff and students.
If people see this going on at the uni, they're not going to want to come to Dundee, especially if you're moving from Glasgow or Edinburgh. You know, that's going to be a hell of a lot more of a decision. That means just less people and less excitement in the city and less people coming through the door.
The Gillies report laid bare the financial mismanagement at the university. It highlighted poor financial judgment, weak governance and inadequate financial reporting.
Given that the university's own court, its highest governance body, did not understand the financial challenges at the time, I think it would be difficult for any outside organisation to be able to understand the predicament. And the report makes very clear that the failures were within the university.
As well as what went on here financially, the investigation also heard concerns about transparency. The report pointed to a leadership style that was at times overbearing, a culture where challenge wasn't welcome, and some members of staff feel that that very culture needs to be addressed at the very top of this institution.
We knew that there was a problem with the university. We knew it had nothing to do with students, had nothing to do with staff, and we knew that the way in which the university was representing the deficit was completely wrong. And that was evident from the most cursory glance of the finances.
Staff have long been calling for compulsory redundancies to be ruled out. At one time, 700 jobs were to be cut, but that has been scaled back, subject to a bailout from the Scottish Government. The university has already had £22 million and has asked for another £100 million.
Well, there has to be a proper clear out. I am not sure I have any faith, frankly, in the court at the moment to actually do the job of picking a new management team, and that's part of their job to oversee those kind of processes. Clearly, the taxpayer is on the hook for this as well, and at the moment we have to ask whether the people who are in charge of the governance, whether they can be trusted to actually hold that public money.
The university has appointed another new interim principal, Professor Nigel Seaton, who previously served as principal at Abertay. He wasn't doing interviews today, but in a statement said he is ready to work with colleagues to set the university on its way to a sustainable future. He added that he didn't want to lose sight of the things that make the university a great place, and that he looks forward to taking part in graduation ceremonies next week. With just 3 months to go until the next academic year, this place wants to show it's open for business, but it could take far longer to see the true extent of the damage done and the effect of that on the city at large. Fraser Nicoll, STV News, Dundee.